Crescendo!
Our last song to sing here in the lower bracket of our Auburn playoffs. This one between Alliances 1 and 6 to go on to face Alliance 8 in the finals. Looking at our live score here, pretty darn close across both sides until the very end. And then the Blue Alliance gets a flurry of those speaker notes towards the end, each worth 5 points in that autonomous period, bringing their score up to 29 to what was 16 there on the Red Alliance side. Very strong lead to start things off. That is your number 1 alliance. If they go on to play number 8, it'll be just a rematch of our first match of this entire playoff sequence. But ORF has something to say about that over there on red. That's that 4450 machine you see there. Now at the loading zone, they were just at the Red Alliance speaker picking up a 5-point amplified note. They'll come in, they'll come back to that speaker just after the amplification period ends. And so that last note will be worth just 2 points. They will continue this cycle anew. There's Arlington's Neobots now, bottom left, working on the lower amp score. That one's good, as is ORF's speaker note for 2. 2 stack lights showing over here on blue. They have the opportunity to amplify as well whenever they make their way over here. CPR calls the bluff. They're going to walk in. Note sinks. It might have only been worth 2. Not sure if that amp bonus hit in time, but Team Pronto's note definitely counts for 5. It's during that 10-second amplification period. There's CPR with another one. 2 more points on the board. They now lead by 20 over that Red Alliance with a minute left to play. Alternating current sitting in midfield. Call that about 3 hertz of movement so far. See if they're able to get that back going. They are moving, but it looks like they might have a motor stuck somewhere. So for functional purposes right now, we're playing roughly 3-on-2. There's plywood splinters in midfield. There's roller pieces in midfield, and indeed the bruises just continue as the defensive operations of both of these alliances pick up, and just some of the heavy hits. Speaking of, Pronto versus ORF. That's a heavy hit, and Pronto is done moving after that one. Not so zippy anymore. ORF back to the loading zone for red. 1 more note in their possession. That was actually the other alliance's loading zone, but that's all right. They scooped up 2 points for that note scored in the speaker. Now we've got Arlington's Neobots up in the air and the Mabton Lugnuts up on stage for 3 more points. No robots off the ground there in that endgame period over on blue. Not sure if that's going to swing the match, but it's within the realm of possibility. We'll be right back. So normally if I say there's a 5-point swing in a match, there's a potential that it was decided on penalties. This is no such match in this clean match 13. It's going to be the Blue Alliance, your Alliance 1, progressing on into the finals. They'll face Alliance 8 again, just from the other side of the field this time. They fought their way all the way back. We'll see them again. 62-57, your final score there. This is thus our last goodbye to Alliance 6 this weekend. So folks, let's hear it for the Alliance captain, 3876, the Mabton Lugnuts. Their first pick, 4450, Olympia Robotics Federation. And their second pick, 2903, the Neobots. Well fought through all 5 rounds of our playoffs. We've got another 15-minute break for some awards and hardware to hand out before we get going with finals match 1.